are a lot of assumptions out there that millennials only live in the moment, but a new Fidelity investment study will probably change that perception. Joining us with more on the study and tips to optimize our money habits is Kelly Lannon, Director of Young Investors at Fidelity. Good morning, Kelly.
Good morning, Alex. Thank you for having me.
Of course, nice to have you. So let's talk a little bit about that study. What did it find?
Yeah, so we actually found that millennials had a lot of positive things to say about how they're managing their finances. And this may actually surprise some, and we get it. There are a lot of misconceptions about this generation. I mean, me personally, I do hear it a lot. Like, you millennials are only living in the moment, or you millennials don't care about your future. But our new research actually debunks this, and we're actually seeing this group as caring about their current health and happiness, but they're very mindful of their future financial security. In fact, 66% of millennials told us that saving for their future is just as gratifying as treating themselves today.
Well, and there's plenty of opportunity even then, nobody's perfect, to improve their financial situation, right?
Yeah, and you know, that's a great point, and very interesting that we found that 57% of millennials do have some sort of investment account. However, less than 10% actually consider themselves to be an investor. Rather, they think of themselves as a saver. So they are taking the opportunities of investing to help make their money grow, but they're certainly not seeing that way. So we have a tremendous opportunity to not just shift the mindset, but also continue to educate this group on the benefits of investing for your future and for those longer-term goals.
Well, and everybody needs a little bit of advice, a little bit of help. So how can we tell them and have ourselves stay on track for saving in the future and also for investing?
Yeah, and that's a great question. We actually boiled it down to 4 tips. The first tip is set a goal. Think about your financial goals and create a plan to help you achieve them. The second is practice mindful spending. I mean, we live our lives aligned to our priorities and values, and if you think about it, that's really how we should be spending our money as well. Fidelity recommends about 30% of your paycheck actually go to these discretionary expenses. So take a look at those dollars and make sure you're spending them on the things that actually are making you happy. And number 3, and this is really an important one, is set boundaries. It's human nature to compare ourselves to peers and others, and according to this research, 20% of millennials said it's that fear of missing out. It's the FOMO that is causing them to occasionally splurge. And digging deeper, over 60% of millennials said social media had a negative impact on their financial well-being. So Alex, I mean, the FOMO is real, and we're seeing it in these results because social media is a distraction for people of all ages, given how connected we all are. So make sure you align to those goals as well, again, those things that make you and only you happy. And in conclusion, tip number 4, never be afraid to ask for help. Whether you're someone who's just starting out or maybe you veered off track a little bit, reach out to a close friend or a family member or your partner and have them help you get back on track.
Right. I mean, the point about social media is a very important thing to note because it can take you off track. You can feel as though you're not really on par with somebody else. It really shouldn't be that way, not keeping up with the Joneses, you know. So great advice all around. Thanks so much for telling us about the survey, and thanks for joining me.
Yes, thank you, Alex. Check out fidelity.com/stack for more tips.
All right. Kelly Lannon, thank you. Stay where you are. We'll be right back.